Hey, welcome to another episode of The Goalpost, and I'm joined by Ads FC. What's happening, my brother?
How you X?
I'm okay, bro. I'm chilled, man. I'm excited, bro. It's Saturday's around the corner, man, and I can't wait to see
Yeah,
to see the man himself, the man who brought so much joy to my he really made my high school. My high school period was
for
such
sure.
a happy period because of that, man. So
He
I'm
made
just
all
glad.
of our high schools amazing. He makes people fall in love with football. We can't even deny it, hey?
Yeah, no, that's true, Brad. That's true. Hey. And yeah, man. So in today's episode, Brad, we'll be doing a preview of all of the games.
Cool.
I did a lot of research, So yeah,
Yeah.
of course we're gonna have our predictions. I wish I had a pen to write down your prediction. Or oh, man, it's just that I don't have anything to write with. But it's okay.
Great quality production here. Don't worry. Uh, what you
Oh
want?
man.
Maybe I can take some notes for us in the chat here or something, and then I can send them through to you.
Yeah. Just for our prediction, and then at least we will know if we are close
See, we'll see
or
who
far.
was far off or close. Are we
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
are we gonna do like a prediction each, or are we gonna like settle on a prediction together and see how well we do?
We'll do a prediction each. Yeah,
Sounds good. Sounds good.
yeah. All right. Let me just quickly share my screen, bro. Just to add a bit of visuals. You
Cool.
know. Yeah. So the first fixture, Crystal Palace and Tottenham. I've
Great
got
game.
Yeah, it is a very great game. London derby. Of course, Tottenham
Mm-hmm.
being a bigger team, but I've got some interesting stats here. Palace are
Yeah.
winless in their
Tell
last.
me.
Yeah, so Palace are winless in their last 12 Premier League games against Spurs.
Sure.
Yeah, and they're also winless in their last 11 London derbies, bro.
Yeah. I knew
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the London Derby stat. I wasn't aware of that current of the first stat, but I knew that they'd had a poor um, record in the London derbies. I think uh, I think the last time they won a London derby was when Hodgson was in charge last. No, no, not even last season. It was. I think they beat Fulham the last time they won a London derby, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And that was a while
That's a
ago,
long time ago. Because think of how long Fulham were in the Premier League ago. It was a while ago now.
Yeah, though indeed, bro. And then a last stat that I have here is Kane has scored 38 goals against London opposition. Like that's a lot. And only Thierry Henry leads Kane. He has 43, but we all know Kane is gonna break that, provided that he stays at Spurs
For
for
sure,
maybe
for sure.
yeah
Well, it
for
looks like he tried his best. Hey, he's trapped now, man. I don't think the poor oak's gonna go anywhere anytime soon. Now that Daniel
yeah.
Levy has had his way with him.
Yeah, though Levy is a scumbag, bro. Like gentlemen's agreements don't exist with that man.
There's
Like
no such thing.
yeah, so I feel like players who play for Spurs now just need to ensure that they have clauses on their contracts because at least now they know how Levy moves. Yeah, and
For
now
sure.
let's go to our predictions, bro. What's the score line for you, mate?
Look, so Crystal Palace haven't had the greatest start of the season, and for me, Crystal
Yeah,
Palace they rely very heavily on a few players to fire. It's almost like if Zaha isn't firing, then Crystal Palace isn't firing. I
yeah,
still don't rate Patrick Vieira. I think they were very ambitious bringing Patrick Vieira in. They did a young Arteta there.
yeah,
Um, I don't rate Arteta. Tottenham, obviously top of the league. I think, well,
yeah,
they were top until City had played, but they were almost top of the league or basically top of the league. I think they've played 3-1-3. I know it's
yeah.
only been like 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, but that's all you need, man. And I'll be honest, I'll predict the same scoreline here 1-0 Tottenham.
1-0. Bro,
1
that's insane. Because of course defensively they are very organized, so I do get where you're coming from. But I think Spurs will win 2-0. I think Harry Kane will score a brace because Son right now is nursing a calf injury. I'm not too sure of the severity of the injury,
Yeah.
but I feel like Kane. Kane doesn't score in August, so now we're in
There's
September.
always that thing about Kane doesn't score in August, but yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. We're in September now.
yeah,
Yeah, he basically didn't play in August because he wasn't vibing. He didn't have good vibes then, you know.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like the reason I'm picking 1-0 is because the nil part of it is because, like you say, the defense is looking strong. The
Yeah,
one part of it is because they've got a few injuries. I don't know if Kane will start. I don't know if Kane will play the full 90 if he does start, because he's just played. Um, he's played for England now. He played a full 90 against Poland, and he came off the bench against Andorra.
yeah,
I mean, he scored a fire goal, a crack of a goal against Poland.
yeah. That's
Um,
incredible.
yeah, that was insane.
Yeah,
But I just don't think the front players for Tottenham have gelled as yet. But I think they're getting there. I think you're seeing a resurgence in Deli Ali,
yeah,
and I think you'll see that certain partnerships. There'll be new partnerships this season. I don't think Spurs are going to rely as heavily on that Son Kane partnership. I think you might see players like Deli Ali come through this season and actually challenge those two for pushing to be the top scorer there. But for this game, I don't think they've got the vibes yet. I think a 1-0, and I just don't see Crystal Palace getting through either.
oh yeah. All right. So yeah. So I say 2-0, you say 1-0, but at the end
I
of the
got
day,
it.
we
Yeah,
we both agree that it's a W for Spurs.
for sure, for sure.
All right, let's move on to our next fixture. Arsenal
It's
and
3-0, 3-0 Norwich. 3-0 Norwich. I'm done. 3-0.
the
Next, we can move
relegation
next,
battle.
next. Go next game. Next game. 3-0.
Are you serious, bro?
3-0. I see that
Your
game is
friend.
on E, bro. We might as well tune into E and then watch Emmanuel after, because that's more entertaining than watching fucking Arsenal Norwich here. No, I'm joking. But um, I think it's still. I had my mate on my podcast talking about this game. This is a huge game. You would never look at this game after
Yeah,
4 weeks and think this is a 6-pointer. Both teams bottom of the log. Both teams 0 points,
yeah,
and now they're up against each other. If Arsenal don't win this, there are going to be people looking at Arteta thinking it's time. It's time to go. The old Arsenal saying it's time to go.
yeah. And I've got more stats. So Arsenal have lost two of their 18 Premier League games against Norwich, and Norwich are winless at the Emirates in the last 8 games. So Arsenal really have a good record against Norwich.
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah,
And I mean, I don't know how much do records really count for anything. That's you you can't rely on a record to get you the result on the day. No
yeah,
one walks, no team walks onto the pitch having won the game already. You still have to play the game and win it. I see Norwich being really up for this one. Yes, it's at the Emirates, but I think
yeah,
Norwich will look at Arsenal and think, given the results, given what's going on with the club, given all the uncertainty around Arteta, Norwich are going to
yeah.
look at this game thinking, this is 3 points in the bag, baby.
Yeah, I see. So your prediction.
Look, one positive for Arsenal, or two
Yeah,
positives rather for Arsenal, is Obama and Lacazette. They
yeah,
should be back in contention to play. Martin Odegaard should play this game as well. I think this is the first time in a while that they have a fully fit squad. Not sure about Partey, but I think by and large they've got a reasonably fit squad. Not sure about the defense. They've got the new young right back in Tomiyasu. He'll probably make his debut as well. I can
yeah.
see Arsenal getting a little bit of a kick from having all the players back, but at the end of the day, oh man, it's still Arsenal, bro.
Damn.
So I'm gonna give it Arsenal 1, Norwich 2. Norwich to win it late.
Wow.
Norwich to win it late on Pookie penalty.
All right. I, for one, think Arsenal will bounce back. They will. It'll be a scrappy win, similar to how United beat Wolves. I think
Mhm.
that's how they will win against Norwich. They'll just edge them. I say 2-1.
Two
That's just
one.
yeah, 2-1 for. I say Arsenal will win 2-1. They'll get their first 3 points.
Okay,
Because
so you're going 2-1. I'm going 1-2.
yeah, hey man.
Okay. All right. All right.
All right, let's move on to the next fixture, mate. The next fixture is your team, Brentford.
The
I
bees. I
know
love the bees.
you like the you like. Are they the bees or the wasps? I'm not too sure. What?
The bees. They call them the
Oh,
Brentford bees.
oh, the Brentford bees. Ah,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, Brentford, Brighton. And then I've got. Can I just mention a few things about this
Yeah.
fixture? It's their first top flight meeting ever. Brighton have won one of their last 9 meetings at Brentford in the championships. In the championship, so they did play against one another in the
Yeah.
championship, and they've only
Sure.
won once at Brentford. And yeah, and Brentford are currently unbeaten this season, which is yeah, they like Man United. They're
Yeah.
unbeaten.
What did I tell
And
you about Brentford? I told you about Brentford.
yeah,
Remember?
you did say. And then your boy, who's this guy? Ivan Tony has scored
My
more
guy.
goals. Yeah, so Ivan Tony has scored more goals in the top 4 tiers of English football than any other player, and that's 56 goals, bro. Which is a shit load of goals, man. Like it's you
We
know,
could have had him. We could have had him. We
or
we
at
had him.
Newcastle.
Not that we could have had him. We had him, and we let him go. But yeah, man, we can't. We have to just get over the past.
Yeah. So yeah, man, like this is also gonna be a very interesting game. I think it will also be entertaining. You know what's crazy is that there's so many fixtures at 4 p.m. on
Yeah,
Saturday.
there's a
Like
lot
it's
of
gonna
4
be
p.m. this Saturday. It's weird that they've jammed them
yeah,
all together. Also, big games as well. But
yeah,
the biggest one is coming up.
yeah, of course. Yeah, so your predictions, mate. What you think?
So Brighton are looking good, but then
Yeah,
again, Brentford are looking good, but then again, so are Brighton. So Brighton have had a decent defensive record under Graham Potter. I think one thing Graham Potter has done with this team has made them defensively strong. That's despite the fact that Ben White is gone, but I still think it'll be a close game. Brentford, sorry, being at home is the crucial factor here. I
yeah,
think they seem to perform so well at home, and they claimed the scalp of Arsenal on the first day of the season at home,
yeah,
and it just seems that their new stadium that they have under the floodlights there, even though it's a 4 o'clock kickoff. When I
yeah,
say under the floodlights, I mean metaphorically. It's like the vibe of the place. It's a
yeah.
smaller ground, even though it's a new ground, but it has like this game has like a championship lower league feel to it. So it's going to be a tight game. It'll be a bit of a scrappy game, I think. But I'm gonna go 1-0 Brentford. My man Ivan Tony to take the goal.
Ivan Tony. Okay, with me, you are right with Graham Potter. And I think part of the reasons why it's very difficult to score against Brighton is because they keep the ball very well. I always tell
For
people
sure.
possession is also a form of defense. I mean, if your opponent can't get the ball from you, you're pretty much not going to concede. So Ivan
They have,
Tony,
I mean, think
yeah,
about it. Brighton have got a Champions League player, in my opinion, in Basuma in
yeah,
their midfield, and
yeah,
that counts for a lot. But
it,
going forward, I just see. I might want to alter that prediction because Malpe has also been in good form so far this season. But
yeah.
I'm going to stick to it. 1-0 Brighton.
All right. I say it'll end in a draw, 1-1. That's what I think.
1-1.
Yeah, and
I
then
got you.
Sanchez, my goalkeeper Sanchez for fantasy will have a. Oh, actually, that's not a clean sheet,
He's
man.
mine too. I'm
Oh my
also I'm
god.
also betting against my fantasy side here, bro.
Yeah.
But
But
he'll make saves. He'll make
yeah,
saves.
you'll make saves. Yeah, so I still maintain 1-1 on my end. I think it'll
Okay,
be
got you.
1-1. All right. Yeah, let's move on to the next fixture. Uh, Wait, no. It's Leicester
Yo,
and
yo,
Man City.
we're not there yet. We're not yet there.
So
We're
that
not there
day we'll
yet.
end with that one. That one will end with that one.
I
It's
agree. I agree.
yeah, we'll end with that one. But right now, Leicester and Man City, bro. This one is also
Good
a
game.
very interesting game. You know, Leicester know how to play against City. And last season, Leicester won 5-2, but they won at the Etihad. And Vardy has 8 goals in 10 Premier League appearances against Man Shitty. I call them Shitty. I don't call them City. Yeah, so that as well is also like Vardy loves playing against City, bro. Like he always finds a way of finding the back of the net, and I think it's because of Leicester are very good at playing the counter attack. It's pretty much how
Yeah,
United
for
also do
sure.
well in the Premier League against Man City. So yeah, man, this game is gonna be interesting, bro. What's your take?
It will be, and I think you're right when you say that Leicester will rely on the counter attack. They'll rely on the pace of Vardy. I
Yeah,
have a feeling he's going to spring a tactical surprise here, and he might go two up top with Iheanacho and Vardy
yeah,
starting this game. I think at home, Leicester going to want to go for City. I don't. Leicester are the type of team, they don't fear anyone in this league,
yeah. They
and
don't.
that's their whole ethos. That's their whole motto. They won't fear City. If City were playing any other team this weekend, you'd think easy win for City. But I think this is their first proper test because they've kind of walked through the teams that they've played. I mean, Arsenal for them was just it was like they could have sent the reserves, bro. Like they couldn't. It was just too easy. But now playing against
Yeah,
Leicester, a team that actually has a manager that can implement proper tactics, a
yeah,
manager that's going to try and outthink Fraudiola. And
yeah,
for me, he's Fraudiola, and Fraudiola 2.0 is at Arsenal. But anyway,
yeah,
um, I think Leicester are going to give City a run for the money.
yeah,
I'm not sure. I think City will have quite a number of players coming back from international duty. Quite a number
yeah,
of their players played full 90s in multiple games during the international break. And I'm talking João Cancelo, Ruben Diaz, Ferran Torres,
yeah,
Jack Grealish played. I think Jack Grealish played in all of England's games. He came on
yeah,
against Andorra, but he played the full 90 against Poland because Southgate didn't make any changes.
yeah,
um, so there's going to be some rotation in the City team, not because I think Pep wants to. I think he kind of has to manage the squad's fitness. There's also this thing with all the Brazilian players not being allowed to play
mhm,
this game week. I think we've forgotten about that, and that means
yeah.
Edison is out. So that means
And
Zach Stefan is going to be in goal for City probably.
oh, isn't apparently he's injured. Like apparently it's gonna be the old
Edison.
guy. What's his name?
Oh, Scott Carson.
Yeah, apparently it's gonna be Scott Carson.
Yo,
Yeah,
yo, that's like your dad playing. He's like you seen your
yeah,
dad play. I mean, he's gray, bro. But
he's great,
anyway,
bro.
like, look, I mean, that's huge for them. If they got the man Scott Carson in goal, he's a legend. He's a Premier League legend. But
Yeah,
England fans will never forget that time against Croatia when he let the ball run up his arm into the goal in
yeah,
qualifying, and we didn't qualify for the Euros that year. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game. I think City won't be able to field their strongest team. Leicester will,
yeah.
and I'm probably going to go. I'm going to go 2-2.
Damn, bro, that was pretty much my prediction. Like, I see this as a stalemate. Like,
For sure.
yeah, I don't see any winners here. It'll just be a very competitive, tough game where the ball will be in the midfield for majority of the game, as both teams are very good in that area.
Yeah.
But yeah, there will be goals, but I don't see a victor here. So I do
I
concur with
also can't pick between them, to be honest. The thing is,
yeah,
Leicester might have the better squad, or the better squad on the day in terms of players being available because of
yeah,
fitness, but it's still City. It's
yeah,
still City have the players with the X factor. It doesn't matter who are the 11 on the pitch; they've got players with X factor.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, it's a tough one to call, but I'm going down the middle here, 2-2.
Yeah. Okay, I'll say yeah, 2-2, bro. It's a fair.
We
Uh,
can be the same, bro. It's okay. I'll
yeah,
share the
man.
point with you.
Yeah, we'll share.
I'm not greedy, bro.
Yeah, we'll share. Yeah, we'll share the points together, there, man.
Let's
Yeah,
go. Two
yeah.
two.
Let's move on. Yeah, 2-2, bro. Let's move on to the next fixture. We'll come back to the one
We'll
that I
come
just
back. I know what we're coming back to. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll come back. So Southampton and West Ham, bro.
Yeah,
Um,
man.
I mean,
Interesting game.
yeah, it is, and of course, we know we had this discussion when we were at the beginning of just before the beginning of the season, where we said that Southampton are going to be one of the teams that will get relegated due to them selling all the key players. But of course,
Mm-hmm.
they haven't looked that bad, I
They
mean,
haven't.
yeah, they've looked very organized,
They broke my
So,
heart before the end of the
oh yeah,
before the
the penalty.
international break. I mean, a penalty in the 96th minute. I mean, when I was watching, I was like, "Are you joking me? Are you
Yes,
really joking me?" But I mean, it was a penalty. I can't deny it.
yeah,
They've played well. I mean, you'll remember from the predictions video we did, I was saying that Southampton have got no chance this season. They're probably going to go down. And
yeah,
so far they've proven me wrong. Ralph Hasenhüttl has got them playing well,
yeah,
but they're also going up against the team that's really in form at the moment. I think they've won 2 out of 3 and they've drawn the other
yeah,
in West Ham. Michael
yeah,
Antonio is on fire right now.
yes,
Said Ben Rama's on fire. Thomas Suchek's always a threat.
yeah.
West Ham have got a good squad at the moment, so
Very good, very
it's a
solid
tough one
team.
to predict.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like I also concur. Like even who's the Spornals? He scored for Spain
Yeah.
recently. Yeah, even him, he's also a very good player. So even
Yes, if
on
you're Spain and you playing West Ham players in the Spanish national team, bro.
listen to that,
That's
bro.
how bad it is for like Barca and Real right now. That hey,
Yeah, exactly, bro.
the guys who are playing in London, the shittiest part of London, are now playing in Spain. Oh,
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like, yeah, so yeah, man. Like on my end, I see West Ham winning this game. West Ham always concede, bro. They never keep clean sheets. They haven't kept one in the last three fixtures. But I
yeah,
say West Ham will win 3-1. I just think Antonio will be a problem. He'll get me more points as he does of late. That's what he's been doing. He's been saving me in fantasy. So
for
I
sure.
say,
Me too.
yeah, I say it'll be a 3-1 to West Ham.
3-1 away from home to West Ham.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. What you say?
It's not easy going and playing away at Southampton down in the coast there. For some
Yeah,
reason, teams don't like the coastally climate there.
yeah,
Southampton are always good at home. Southampton's home form is what pretty much keeps them up every
yeah,
season. And I
yeah,
think they'll be looking at this fixture thinking we can actually get something out of here because West Ham's defense, as you've said, has been quite leaky up till now. I
yeah,
think with an aging Craig Dawson in their back four, that you've always got a chance.
yeah.
I say that even though he scored against Newcastle last season. He was the oldest player to score against my team in like decades, bro. It was insane.
Yeah,
I like the look of Adam Armstrong up front
yeah.
for Southampton, and yet again another ex Newcastle player who's just killing it now. Like, how many
Yeah,
more of these guys are going to be around the league? It's just killing it, and why just bring them back? But yeah, it's going to be a tough one. I see Adam Armstrong still getting on the score sheet here,
yeah.
but I also can't see Southampton keeping West Ham out. You're going 3-1. I'm going to go 2-2 again.
2-2 again. Draw. All right.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
worries. Fair result. But like, yeah, man, I just think West Ham, man, they I don't know. I just have a feeling, I can't really justify this based on stats or anything else. But this is just from a gut feeling perspective. I just
Yeah,
think,
no, I get that. I think when you're looking at West Ham, you're thinking
mm,
win because they're just looking strong. Like
yeah,
even just the way they play, they're looking lethal in attack, but they've got a
yeah,
soft underbelly. So
yeah,
it just depends who outscores who in this game. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I know, right, bro? Let's move on to the next
So,
fixture. Watford and Wolves, battle of the W's. You know,
man, I found it's you see Troy Deeney left Watford. I was shocked.
yeah,
He just left. Didn't
yeah,
sell him on deadline day. He just left, and I was
yeah,
like, "You just lost your Watford have just lost their captain.
yeah,
Wolves, Wolves are still kind of looking to gel under the new manager, but
yeah,
yeah, Watford have got some good players. Ibrahim Sarr,
yeah.
Chucho, some good players
Mm.
at Watford
Even,
actually.
even that guy Trincao or something, that guy who was causing
Yeah,
United a lot of problems, man. You know, and as well, Watford are unbeaten in 12 games at home. Yeah, and they lost 12 games. They haven't lost a game.
always good at Vicarage Road for sure.
Yeah, they're very solid there at Vicarage Road.
Again, if you're a promoted team, you got to win your home games. Your home games is where you're going to pick up the points. On the road is very difficult for a promoted team. So this is an interesting fixture. I don't
Yeah,
see Wolves. I see Wolves going to sit back a little bit against Watford. They might be a little bit scared of that attack. I'm actually
yeah.
going for a Watford win here, 2-1.
2-1. Wow, bro. I'm gonna go the opposite way. Like you see Sam right now, just I'm not sure if you saw, but he's
What's
like
it? What's
Wolves to
Sam
lose
saying?
again.
Yes,
Ah,
Sam.
no,
Sam knows. Sam
no,
knows.
man. I think Wolves are creating chances. It's just that they're not finishing their food. I think they're gonna start scoring now. You know, they're like, okay, guys, we are done fucking around. It's now time that we
Well,
start
you
creating
never
our
know.
chances.
Jimenez could hit a streak anytime soon, and we're gonna all be looking to get that man in our fantasy team. So
Yeah, true,
it's
bro.
you do feel like it's just a matter of time for Jimenez to like start seeing results.
Yeah, so on my end, I say Wolves are gonna win 2-1. They'll get their first W and they'll score their first goals because they still haven't scored a goal, which
Yeah.
is insane. Yeah, for a team that has created so many chances, it's crazy, man. But yeah, I say 2-1 Wolves.
They were against Spurs, and Spurs were very strong defensively. Watford
Yeah,
are definitely not as strong defensively as Spurs, I don't think. But at home, you never know. But yeah,
yeah,
so what are you saying?
yeah. Wolves 2-1. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
what I.
All right.
They'll get their
And I'm
first
going
W.
opposite. I'm going 2-1 Watford, which is
What?
shit for me because that's like, I'm going up against the relegation rival here. We don't want them to gain points, but hey,
Yeah.
I still think they will. Hey, man, my camera is just dropping here. Give me 1 sec here.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
All right,
Um,
let's go.
all right. Next fixture: Chelsea Villa. I've got a few stats here. Chelsea
Yeah.
have lost one of their last 16 games at the Bridge against Villa, and as well as Lukaku has scored in each of his last five appearances against Villa. So yeah, like those stats pretty much favor Chelsea, but like you said, that records and stats don't really mean shit, when it comes to
No.
games. Well, Chelsea for me are the team to beat this season. They're very organized. Rudiger has turned into freaking Maldini, bro, and Christensen is Nesta. It's like that combination, bro. Like they're very solid as a pair, and we saw this against Liverpool. But yeah, man, like on my end, hey, this game is also a very nice game because Villa, we know they've strengthened in a lot of positions. After they sold
They have.
Jack Grealish, they've invested very well. They've brought in Danny Ings, who just came out of nowhere. Like there were no speculations. They were like Danny Ings signed number 20.
I
That
was
was pretty much
shocked that Southampton let him go, but I mean, what a shrewd
yeah.
signing for Villa.
Yeah, true, bro. True, true, true. And as well as the guy who used to play for Norwich, the
Buendia,
yeah, Buendia, even him. But did he
solid.
was he also a part of? Did he also go to Argentina? Um,
I don't think he played this for the Argentinian national team now.
yeah. So at least he's not going to be fined or. excluded in this week's fixtures. So yeah, man, Adam, what's your take, bro? After me giving you those stats.
This is a tough one because I predicted Villa would have a good season, but
Mhm.
this is a big test for them because now they're going up against Chelsea, who some would say are genuine title contenders this season.
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of the big Chelsea players yet. I mean, Lukaku did score against Arsenal, but hey, man, if I had decent pair of boots on, I would score against Arsenal, bro. At this
Oh my
moment in
god.
time, anyone can catch it at Arsenal, bro. But
Whoa, whoa, Adam.
but I haven't seen enough of like Pulisic. I haven't seen enough of Hakim Ziyech. I haven't seen enough of these players yet to say, okay, convincingly Chelsea are going to win this. Defensively, they
Yeah,
are looking good. But Villa have got something good as well. They've got the ability to score a goal out of nowhere in the form of Danny Ings.
yeah,
Um, I think Ollie Watkins as well is going to be back for this game. If they can get those combos right with Leon Bailey, Emi Buendia, Douglas Luiz. I don't know if he's gonna play because he's been such a crucial part of that midfield. But he
yeah,
did play the international break for Brazil. Um, it's a tough one. I think if they don't have him
yeah,
to help them control things in midfield and actually win the ball in midfield, Chelsea could win the game in midfield through Juninho, Kovacic, and Kante. I think they could control this game from start to end, and it could be very difficult for Villa. They might force Villa into a low block.
yeah.
And having talked myself through it, I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea.
All right. That's pretty much okay for me. Chelsea will win, but I'd say 2-1. I think Ings may
Okay.
just score a consolation goal.
There's always a chance. There's always a chance
Yeah,
when you've got a
yeah,
striker
because
like that.
yeah, because as well his attacking output, man, is insane. I mean, this guy, it's either he's gonna get an assist or he's gonna score a goal. So yeah, man, I say yeah, 2-1 to Chelsea,
2-1.
and Sam says Villa.
Draw.
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
yeah, it's interesting, but it is possible. I mean, we can't just write off Villa, man. Villa are a very good side, man.
It's possible, but I think no
Yeah,
Douglas Luiz is going to be big for them. I don't
yeah,
think Marvelous Nakamba is on the same level in terms of holding that midfield. But hey, I'm very happy to be proven wrong.
yeah. No, no worries, no worries. Let's move on to the next fixture. Leeds versus Liverpool.
Mm, mm, mm.
Hey, man. Yeah. So with me, okay, let
Back
me let
me.
me let me give you a few stats here.
Yeah,
So
hit me with the
Liverpool,
stats.
yeah, have have not failed to score in their last 22 meetings against Villa.
Hmm.
So that's yeah, that
It's
for one
Leeds.
is a plus for them.
Mm.
And uh I think Daniel James is gonna pull through for United. I mean, yes, we scored this league,
Agent
but
James. Agent
yeah,
James is
Agent
out
James is gonna
there.
he's gonna come through and he's gonna turn into prime CR7, and yeah, he'll just have an end product, and just do things for us at United. Uh, last season I think yeah, I mean their fixtures their games were tough. I mean they lost 4-3 at Anfield. So with this manager, what's his name again? Bielsa.
Bielsa.
Yeah, with Bielsa, of course, he's a person who doesn't play a low block. He goes for gold all the
He
time.
goes
He
for it
doesn't
every
play.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, goes for it anytime. So it'll be a very open game. Rafinha as well. Wasn't he part of the Brazilian national team? He was. Damn, man.
But who else was part of it? Allison and Firmino.
Oh, yeah.
And Fabinho. Allison,
And for
Firmino,
me.
Fabinho. It's
Woo.
mad. It's mad. For Liverpool, that is huge.
That is huge because they second choice goalkeepers.
Oh, Adrian. Oh.
Ooh. I say draw, bro. I say they're gonna draw. I say Liverpool will draw against Leeds. Agent James is gonna,
Agent James.
ensure ensure that they draw 1-1. That's my
I'm
prediction.
just thinking, with Allison, Fabinho, and Firmino all
Yeah.
possibly out. I mean, I
Mm.
say possibly, but I think it's confirmed now. I think the Brazilian players are out this week. I think they
Yeah.
can't field Brazilian players until the 20th or something of September. So I think
Yeah.
that's a done deal. So even with Rafinha lost on the lead side, those three players are crucial for
Yeah.
Liverpool. So, I mean, if you're looking at Adrian in goal, probably Henderson and I don't know who's going to play in midfield with Henderson.
Mm.
Maybe Ox. Ox
Nab-
could play.
Naby Keita.
Naby Keita, yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Milner.
Yeah.
It's not as strong without Fabinho there. And then
Mm.
the link up with Firmino up front. Now you're going to go with Jota, Salah, Mane. One of them is going to have to take over the Firmino role. One of them's have to going to be provider and try and create for the other two. You can't have
Yeah.
all three just trying to hit net all the time. I don't think
Yeah.
that's going to work out. And I know Klopp knows that. So he might spring a surprise in terms of the selection. He might even play Divock Origi there. He might put
Yeah.
Harvey Elliott in the front three. It'll be interesting
Yeah.
to see how Klopp actually lines up. But score wise, it's going to be an
Yeah.
interesting game. I think Leeds might actually. Oh man, I'm going to stick my neck out, bro.
Mm. Stick it. Stick it. Don't be scared, bro.
I'm going to they still have Van Dijk. They still have a solid defense. They got the full defense of TAA. They've got Robertson. They've got Van Dijk, and then Konaté or
Yeah.
Joe Gomez. So they've got the pick of the bunch in the defense. But the goalkeeper. But yeah,
Yeah.
we need to move on. So I'm just gonna go. Oh man, 3-2 to Leeds.
Woo! No, but
I'm gonna get torn a new one for that, bro. But
I know, man. It's good.
gotta
It's a
take a
good.
risk in life, man.
Yeah, you must, bro. Especially against Liverpool. I like that. If only Shavar was watching, I'm sure he would be very. He
We'll
would say
we'll
something,
clip it
right?
up and we'll send it to him. Don't worry. I'll just send him that, but just to infuriate him.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. All right, let's move on to the
Wait,
next.
what you saying there?
Oh, I said draw 1-1.
1-1, and I'm going 3-2. All right.
Yeah. All right.
Then you
And
got two more.
then yeah, Everton, Burnley.
Let's get this one out the way, X. We know what we
Yeah.
want to talk about here. Let's
Yeah.
get this one out the way.
Yeah.
Rafa's the man at Everton. Burnley can't play that style of football, and I don't rate Burnley this season at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. This is gonna be an easy win for Everton. 3-0 Everton.
3-0. All right. I say 2-0. Yeah.
Even without although interesting, I was going to say
Yeah.
without Richarlison, but Richarlison is the only Brazilian player who's allowed to play because he's got the best relations with the Brazilian FA. He's the only Brazilian player that came back and they allowed him to actually play. So he's going to play against Burnley. That's huge.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Man,
exactly. Um,
privilege, eh?
I'm going easy win 3-0. Could even be 4-0. I think that will be the biggest win of the game week.
I know. I say 2-0. I say 2-0. Just because of how Sean Dyche normally sets up his team. They are a low block side, and yeah, man, I just see it will be a comfortable 2-0 victory. I don't think Burnley will cause any issues for Everton.
And Everton just got Solomon Rondon,
Yeah, listen to
another
that.
ex Newcastle.
And he used to play for you. So Everton have your old manager and a player that used to play for you guys. All
It's like
right.
seeing it's like seeing your dad with your ex-girlfriend, bro. It's not
Yo,
it's just
that's
awkward.
crazy. No, that's insane, man. Shit, bro. Okay, let's go back to that fixture that I skipped. This one, the big one, of course. This is pretty much what's gonna, be the most viewed game, in my opinion.
For
You know,
sure. The most viewed game on earth, probably.
on earth, bro. Man United, my team, my club versus Newcastle, your team, your club. Yeah, man, I've got stats for you.
I
Newcastle
don't want
has
to hear them.
okay. It's light stats.
Tell me.
Newcastle have
Tell me. Tell me.
conceded. Yeah, you guys have conceded the most penalties this season, and that's
That
three.
for sure. 3-3.
Yeah, and Ronaldo has scored 48 hat tricks in his club
What, ju-
career,
what, just against Newcastle.
and his very first hat trick was against Newcastle United. So,
Oof.
so yeah, man, I think maybe on his end he wants to do the C as many times as he can.
Oh, yeah.
C.
X, how you invite me on this channel just to abuse me, bro? That's not lacquer, man. I
Ah,
mean,
man.
that's just,
No.
this fixture is not it. This fixture, I thought about this earlier when I knew we were going to talk about this.
Yeah,
This fixture is there's so much history around this fixture of Manchester United versus Newcastle United. And I know
yeah,
you've got some stats, but I'll give you two quick stats that I found really interesting. I
yeah,
think these two have had the highest amount of goals between them in fixtures
yeah.
um, over the seasons. They're the most notable, the most rewatched games in the Premier League are Newcastle Man United games because of that 5-1 where Philip Albert chipped Peter Schmeichel,
Oh yes.
the Rooney volley
Yeah.
in
Woo!
Rooney's
That
probably
was a
his best
screamer.
goal ever.
Yeah.
Um, Actually, so imagine if Wayne Rooney had come out of retirement to play in this one, he would have also scored because Rooney always scored against us. Um, and
Yeah.
another interesting one that I saw earlier. This was the first game, and this
Yeah.
is a very niche stat. This was the first game where two managers versed each other in this game, managing teams in the Premier League, and both managers were knighted. And that was when
Oh,
Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge of United and Sir Bobby Robson was in charge of
yeah.
Newcastle. So that was the first time that ever happened.
Mm.
But yeah, man, there's no knights involved here, just clowns and Steve Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Adam, just to add to the banter, I have done what again a combined 11 between United and Newcastle. Let me just quickly share it with you.
Let's see it.
This combined 11, and here it is, mate. Like, this is the combined 11. So you've got De Gea in goal, you've got Dalo as a right back. Come back. Come
Uh,
back, bro. So
this
we've
is
got
abuse,
Maguire,
X. This is
we've
abuse,
got
man.
we've got Varane, we've got Shaw, we've got Donny since Fred is gonna be out because he decided to go to Brazil as well. We've got either McTominay or Matic, but I just added Matic because I prefer Matic. We've got Pogba from the left, we've got Bruno, Greenwood, and Cristiano Ronaldo up front. This is a crazy combined 11, eh? One of the easiest combined ever, man.
You know
But
what,
yeah.
X? I can't even argue with it, bro. I can't even argue with it. If that's the combined 11, and there is
Yeah,
not one Newcastle player who would make it in this combined 11, and that's just the way it is.
yeah,
The only player I could make any kind of um, argument for
yeah,
is Alex Saint Maximum.
yeah. I
ASM
like
is the only player you could probably argue could make first on the bench there. You know what I mean?
yeah.
um, hey man, it's not gonna be pretty, but you know what?
Yeah,
If I was Steve Bruce and we're going up against United, the world is watching. The expectation is on United to win this. It's Ronaldo's second debut for the club. Everything is against Newcastle here. So it is the perfect opportunity to spoil the party.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you know what's crazy with Man United? Whenever we are heavy favorites to win a game, we always either draw or we lose. So I'm not gonna get carried away. This is just for banter, because on paper, of course, I mean, come on, Adam. I mean,
Yeah. But it's not even
yeah,
banter, bro. On paper, all the stats point in United's favor. I mean,
yo,
we've lost two out of three. We're still ahead of
yeah.
Arsenal. um, but this
Yeah,
is
yeah,
for us. This is a whole different game. I mean, we have played three games against teams around us that we should be beating.
yeah.
So this is a whole different kettle of fish for us here, and it it could be really bad.
All right, yeah, man. But for me, man, I'll start off with my prediction. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a respectful 3-1 to United.
Respectful.
Yeah,
Cheers.
respectful. Yeah, it won't be like, it all depends. You know my manager. At times he tends to, man, his team selection at times it bothers me a lot, because I'm all about retaining possession. And if you have Donny and Matic in midfield, at least they'll be able to retain the position accordingly.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you would start with those two, I'll be very happy. And if he puts Pogba on the left, I'll be ecstatic. So on my end, I'm saying 3-1, and Ronaldo will score. That I assure you. Ronaldo is gonna score against you guys. Where and yeah, man, the sea, man. Imagine when he scores, watch how the stadium is going to erupt, bro.
Oh,
It's
it'll
gonna be
erupt.
disaster, bro. It's gonna be like the most viewed goal for that particular week.
Are we sure Ronaldo's going to start though?
I think he is. I think he is.
Yeah. He
I'm
is a
certain.
week back. He's a week early back from training, from
Yeah,
international duty for training.
yeah,
I also don't think he won't start, but I've
yeah,
heard some rumors that, United want to bring him on as a second half substitute to get that reaction, to welcome him home.
yeah,
You never know. But, and man,
yeah,
whether he starts or whether he comes on in the 90th minute, he'll still score a goal. So it
yeah,
doesn't really matter. From my point of view,
yeah,
the only hope Newcastle have is, I mean, let's face it, we will play a low block. Bruce is going to play five at the back. He's going to play Jacob Murphy and Matt Ritchie as wingers. He's going to probably have three midfielders in Jeff Hendrick, Sean Longstaff, and Isaac Hayden, and then
yeah,
he'll just hope ASM and well, if Wilson is fit, but
yeah,
if not Wilson, then Joe Willock or Dwight Gale might be up front with ASM. But he's just
yeah,
gonna hope. He's gonna sit back and he's gonna play on the counter. Sean Longstaff, the Longstaff brother that you guys wanted, has the most one tackles this season so far. Probably because he's
yeah,
just been in the situation the most, just like a law of averages. Um,
yeah,
but in the three games that I've watched, I haven't thought we've played extremely well, but I don't think we've been as bad as other teams, and I think we've been unlucky in terms of the penalties. So there's also, it's the occasion. It's also, we're there to upset the apple cart. We're there to ruin the day, and
yeah,
as much as my heart tells me that my boys can do it and we can ruin the day and we can steal it 1-0.
mm,
There's going to be a goal for Newcastle. It's going to rattle the cage a little bit. It might come
yeah,
early, it might come at the end, but I think we will break through. It just
yeah.
won't be enough. So unfortunately, I'm going to be realistic here and I'm going to say 4-1, and it won't even be
Woo!
Ronaldo who does the damage, bro. It's going to be Greenwood. It's going to be
Mhm.
Pogba. It's going to be
Maybe
it's
Donny.
it's it's going to be
Maybe Donny.
Bruno. Going to be Donny. Hey man, it could be Luke Shaw. It can be anyone. Give anyone can have a goal there. Can De Gea can even get a goal against us tomorrow, but on Saturday. But yeah, it hurts me to bet against my own team like that. And I've been
Yeah.
wrong in the past. I've bet against my own team in big games, and we've ended up winning,
Mm-hmm.
um, and often against Manchester United. But in all honesty, and all like, it's just not going to happen for us, unfortunately. And I've already played it out of my mind. I've already been like, 4 o'clock. I'm going to enjoy the game. I'm going to watch it as a football fan, not as a Newcastle fan. I'm going to
Yeah.
enjoy Ronaldo coming back. I'm going to enjoy the game. Not going to put too much pressure on it. But yeah, man, 4-1.
4-1. All right. Hey man, I said 3-1. You said 4-1. And yeah, Adam, that
The
pretty
thing with
much.
my team, bro.
Yeah.
The thing with my team, I'll say one last thing before we end off. The thing with my
Yeah.
team is once we concede one or two, the heads just drop, bro. It just the
Hey,
tactics drop. Bruce gives up. The players look at the manager dejected, and they drop. We also don't have our first choice goalkeeper there. Dubravka is not going to be available for a while. We've got a young Freddie Woodman there who I don't think is ready for Premier League as yet. But yeah, there's just a lot that can go wrong in this team. There's a lot of self-destruction that happens in this team. Lascelles is giving away penalties. It's just not going right at the moment. Things are not clicking here. It's the manager, it's a lot. But you can probably have me on again, talk for 2 hours about what's wrong with Newcastle, from the pitch all the way to like the board. But
yeah,
yeah,
with
man,
Mike Ashley.
it'll be a
Yeah.
good game. I'm looking forward to it, but yeah, don't think it's gonna be good for Newcastle. But you know what? Fair play to Manchester United. I think they've worked
Yeah.
hard for this. It's been a long ride for them since Ollie's come on, and
Yeah.
they're onto something this season. Even Arsenal fans are saying that. My one mate who was on my podcast, he even said it himself. So
Mm.
yeah, man, I accept it.
All right, no worries, man, no worries. And we've come to the end of our of this episode. This was a
Yeah,
very
man,
great episode. I mean, I think we should do preview shows more often.
for
Even
sure.
me
I love the
jumping onto
energy.
your channel, I really don't
Yeah,
mind.
no, let's do it. Let's do it. I
Yeah,
think the energy in a quicker show, and we whip through the fixtures and we talk them out. I
yeah.
think I enjoyed it, man. Thank you so much for having me, X.
I know it's a pleasure, man. I forgot to put on the banner again, bro.
There's the banner.
The banner, bro. Like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel, guys. Help us with the algorithm. This is the goalpost with your boy X, and we out. Peace.